Hey everybody, this is Grace. In this video, I want to talk about diets and meat. Now, it's not, I'm not a healthcare professional or provider, so this is not me suggesting anything to anybody or giving advice or anything like that. Diets, it's not a one-size-fit-all. And, one size does not fit all. And that's part of what I want to talk about is the diet. Now, for me, it seems like it really is the diet that you get from a doctor who's not putting you on any kind of, like low carb or low fat or low protein. I've been through all those. I've been through doctors putting me on 500 calorie diets, which was awful. That was awful when I was younger. And, they're saying these days that people are paying for doctors doing that. And I don't know what the truth is, behind that. You know how that goes. But for me, yeah, it's the diet that the doctor gives patients who have type 2 diabetes. And it seems like the one I have, it seems like it comes from the people it needs to come from, the professionals that it needs to come from. Okay, and now here's the thing. I thought I did a video on this before, so if I repeat myself, pardon me. But back like 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, I remember reading diets about certain things you could eat as much as you wanted to of. And that got into my head. And, every once in a while I'd think about it. I think it just got in my head and I wasn't really concentrating on it after years. Or, you kind of, in the past, maybe got on a diet and then kind of backed off of it a bit and everything. But for me, just recently, I realized that was still stuck in my head, but it wasn't something I was consciously thinking of every time I ate. Sometimes. Like if you eat this, you need to eat that. And as it turns out, what it is I was eating too much meat. And a lot of people, I'm going to ask my nurse practitioner about this because the diet they gave me, there's a limit on meat and everything, that you can eat. And when I started, I actually printed up some sheets with how much meat and how much starch and how much this and that I could eat. I had to reduce it because I wasn't eating, reduce the list because I wasn't eating all that much anyway. So I went down to it also does work with calories. It's 1,500 calories now is what I have. And I'm still not eating all of it. All of that's on the list. But I would scratch them off, each time I ate something, I scratch it off. And one of the things that I realized is that I was replacing my cravings for carbohydrates with meat. And that was not good for me. I'm not saying it is anything for anybody else, so don't be giving me hate comments, But for me, it was bad. Because my cholesterol was so high, it was, well, actually, I've heard of people having higher, but it was bad, and it stayed bad for years. And they tried me on 2 different medications for it, and both of them caused me to have problems with muscle atrophy, especially my legs, because I'd get out of my automobile and almost fall down after driving like 30 minutes. So I had to get off both of them, and that was many years ago. I was in college or graduate school back then, and that was years ago. So I haven't been on anything since. My somewhat new nurse practitioner, she's around my age, and she suggested I try fish oil and garlic, a certain amount for me, just for me. I'm not saying anybody do that. To try to reduce my cholesterol, I found out it also works on memory, which I'm hoping is getting there. So it's hard. Like I said, I don't know if I even published the video. I know I made one, but I don't know if I published it. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling, but yeah, one size doesn't fit all in diets, and it really scares me when I see people get on, whether it's they're typing it or they're videoing it, and basically say this is what everybody should do. Not everybody does that. I'm not saying everybody who does it, but the ones who do, and they're so, like they're not saying it doesn't fit everybody. And that's a health concern. That's a concern to me. Somebody who would believe it, that it works for everybody, and ones who wouldn't. Anyway, that's enough for this video for now. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.